Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Kel's Stitches. I'm Kelly and this is a channel where I talk about my addiction to cross stitching and everything that goes with it. Today is Monday the 20th of February 2023 and this is a Flosstube number 22. I'd just like to say a thank you to all of my returning subscribers and viewers. It is much appreciated that you come back every fortnight or every video whenever I have a chance to upload and to see what I'm stitching on. And welcome and thank you to my new subscribers. I have had a few extras over the last fortnight, so thank you for coming over and checking me out, and I do hope you continue to like what you see and continue to like what I am stitching on every fortnight. So yeah guys, it is very much appreciated that you do come back and watch what I have to offer. So let's get straight into what I have stitched on for the last fortnight. The first one that I worked on was this one, Adventure Waits. It is a design from 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. Now I will put a picture up of where it was before, and this is where it's up to now. So I stitched on this for 2 days and I got 1,200 stitches into it. It is a very easy stitch. It only has about 16,000 stitches, 16,900 stitches in it. If I concentrated on it, I reckon I'd get it done in no time, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just get it finished when I get it finished. So yeah, I am just now filling in colours from least to most. And now that Pattern Keeper has updated their application, it is quite easy because they've now put in a couple of new features. One is you can set your list down the side to go from least amount of stitches to most amount of stitches, or you can just leave it the way it was. And you can also take out any 0 count stitches, so they're no longer in the list, which is quite handy, I think. That way you know what colours you have left to do. Anyway, that is being stitched on a 16 count white Ada. The next one that I stitched on was this one, Sans Souci by Long Dog Samplers. And that's what I'll put a picture up of what it looked like before or last time we seen it, and this is where I am up to now. So as you can see, I've moved the hoop across, and yeah, it's not a very wide design. It's not a very big design at all. I mean, that's the size of the fabric, so it's not very big at all. Alright, this one I worked on for 1 day and I got 700 stitches into it on that 1 day. It is quite an easy stitch, as I find most long dogs are quite an easy stitch. It's just the back stitching that's a pain in the bum. So yeah, now this is being stitched on an 18 count white Ada using Silks for You thread. We've got the teal is a PR147 and the purple is PR001. The next one that I worked on was my little advent calendars. So this is designed, I think it's called, the store is called Art Inspirate on Etsy. Now obviously it's designed as one full piece, but I am just stitching each square individually to make them into little ornaments that I can hang on a tree or something come Christmas time. So that's that one. Now this is where I'm up to. I've got 3 of them done. I think last time I wasn't quite finished number 2, but there we go. I've got 3 done. I worked on this for one day and I got 660 stitches into it. And this is being stitched on 16 count hand dyed Aida. It's just scraps that I had. Like, they're all just little bits of little bits of scraps that I had in my with my Aida. I usually keep all my scrap bits because you never know when you might want just a little piece to make a bookmark or to stitch a little ornament like this or something like that. So I never really throw out any of my Aida unless it's way too small for me to do anything with. Alrighty. The next one that I stitched on was Waterhole Masters, designed by Heaven and Earth Designs, of course, and the artwork is by David Penfound. And this is just the normal size. It is not mini. Excuse me. It is not mini. It's not supersized. It's not supersized max color. It is just the normal regular chart. I was going to go with the mini, and I decided against it because you did lose a little bit of detail with it. So I just went with the regular one. Alright, so I'll put a picture up of where it was last time. And this is where we are up to now. And so as you can see, I've filled in a lot of this up here, which is above the zebras. Just starting to get into the lion couple that's here. I think there's a lioness and a lion there. And as you can see, I've filled in more of the zebra stripes. Actually, this is stitching up quite quickly for the moment. I haven't hit any major confetti, so it is stitching up fairly quickly at the moment. I stitched on this for 2 days and I got 1,300 stitches into it. Now, if you can recall from my previous videos, this is one of the whips that I want to get 15,000 stitches into for the year. Now, to do that, I need to do 1,250 stitches a month, and I have reached that goal for this month. So yeah, that is where Waterhole Masters is up to. It is being stitched on 18 count, just plain old white Aida. Rightio. Next one is Mini Top Frog, also by Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Jodie Bergsma. So I know Judy, who is an Aussie in a Kiwi world, and Darren, Dizzy Stitcher, are both doing this one as well. Alright, so picture of where it was before, and I'll try to make sure I remember which way is the correct way up this time, guys. And this is where we are up to with it. They should have named this one 50 Shades of Green, because there is a lot of green in this. A lot of green. There's the threads, and as you can see, there is every shade of green you can think of. Dark green, light green, bright, khaki, every colour green. So this one I've nicknamed 50 Shades of Green. I worked on this for 2 days and I got 1,100 stitches into it. So I'm a little bit short of my 1,250, but I'm sure I can make it up in another month, because this is also one of the ones that I want to get 15,000 stitches into for the year. As I said, if I get more than that I am quite happy, but if I get the 15,000 on 8 of these projects, I think I'm doing pretty well. Which makes it, if I get the 15,000 on the 8 projects, that's 120,000. And I think I said at the start of the year that I would try to get to 200,000 stitches for the year. Maybe pushing a little bit, but we'll see if I can get there. This is being stitched on 16 count Aida. I'm an Aida girl. You won't find me stitching on much else or anything else, to be honest, other than Aida. 18 count is probably the smallest that I have attempted so far. I will try maybe some 20 count Aida, but we'll see how we go. Alright, the next one is Shaped Wolf, also by Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Greg Giordano. Absolutely love this. It's full coverage, but it's not full coverage because there is no background to it, but it still has plenty of stitches in it. And a picture of where it was before. And this is where it's up to now. So I stitched on this one for 2 days and I got 1,400 stitches into it. So that is over my 1,250 for the month. I wonder if I pull it back. No, you can't quite see it. This is a wolf's tail here, and his backside is just starting to come in here. You might be able to make it out, maybe not. So that is the section that I am stitching on, is this section in here. And that's his tail and his backside. So yeah, that is the section that I am stitching on, right in the middle of the design. This is being stitched on 18 count, I'm pretty sure. Yep, 18 count hand-dyed Aida that I dyed myself in the terracotta colour. And it is coming along nicely. You can just start to see a little wolfy face coming in here. And this is the eagle. Oh, is it an eagle or is it a hawk? Yep, no, it's an eagle. And this is an eagle's head down here. So every time I stitch, something else will pop out, because there is quite a lot of happening in this one. And the last one that I stitched on for this fortnight was this one, Spirit Guides, charted by Pain Free Crafts, and the artwork is by Laurie Prindle. How could I not stitch this one when Sarah charted it? Absolutely gorgeous. And of course a picture of where it was last time. And I have put it into a bigger Q snap. Last time I was just using an 8-inch, but I got some more 11 by 11, so. And this is where I'm up to. So I worked on this for 2 days and I got 1,200 stitches into it. And as you can see, the medallion that's right in the middle of the horse is starting to come in. And this is just some of the eagle feathers up here. But yeah, this is stitching up pretty well. The pages on this are a lot smaller than the pages of Heaven and Earth Designs ones, let me tell you. I would probably say that 2 of these pages would be one Heaven and Earth Designs page. So even though the pattern says that there's 75 pages, which I freaked out about a little bit when I first seen it, even though it says there's 75 or 77 pages or something like that, they are smaller pages. So, but yeah, that's where I'm up to. I told you how many days I stitched on it. And this is just being stitched on 18 count Aida. And all of my patterns I do stitch 2/1 full cross, because I'm a full cross kind of girl. So that is all my stitching that I've done for the past fortnight. I didn't get a stitch with me done, obviously. It's a bit hard because whenever I try to do a stitch with me, or whenever I try to do a stitch with me, there's always someone in the house. So it's a little bit harder to do one, but I will try to get one. I know most people said they'd like to see Waterhole Masters, but it's going away for this fortnight. So I'll see what happens. If I can get a stitch with me done, I might just pull Waterhole Masters out to do the stitch with me. Alright, so coming into the next fortnight, the patterns that I'm working on are going to be these ones. Daydream Sea Turtles by Charting Creations, Protector by Pain Free Crafts, Mini Shaman by Heaven and Earth Designs, Tribal Wolf by 2x2 Stitch Art, Bengal Tigers 2 from Just Stitching, and Moonrise Song by Artisy. Also, I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing 2. A Year in the Woods is another one that I will be working on. And Oh, my stamped cross stitch if I get around to it. So they're the 8 that are in the lineup for the coming fortnight. Some may get stitched on, some may not get stitched on, because I do know coming up at the start of March, I don't know if that falls into this fortnight or the following fortnight, I do know a couple of days coming up at the start of March I do have back-to-back double shifts on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, so I don't think I will be getting any stitching done at all on those 2 days. So what is the date today? 20th? No, that everything should get stitched on this fortnight. Those back-to-back shifts are in the following fortnight. Alright, so that is everything that I've stitched on. That's basically everything I've got to tell you. I did get this from the daughter. It is a late Christmas present. She had an issue with the tracking and everything, and with Australia Post. I got lost. I didn't know where it was. Then they said that they sent it, and then they said no, they hadn't sent it. They didn't know where it was. Then it sat in the Sydney terminal for weeks, but she finally got it. So this was meant to be a Christmas present as well, and it is the cross stitch journal. So it's just so you put it's got your stitching list there. It's got enough spots for 50 whips. And then each page is like this. So you put your pattern name and your designer, your start date. It's got your end date. Your start date, your end date, what you're stitching it on, your stitch count of your fabric, and your stitched size. And then it has your boxes for your floss, and if you use a time tracker, and a few notes to go down there. So there is 50 of those pages to fill in. And then at the back there is some pages for a thread inventory. And the very last page is just my notes. So that's very handy. As you can see, I have gone in and put my whips into it already, just to make things a little bit easier to keep track of. And since I only work on 16 whips at a time, I think that this book will last me a little while. Alright, so that is pretty much everything. I haven't got any haul. I haven't got anything else really to tell you. Oh, one thing most of you probably know, or if you don't, Pink is doing a summer carnival tour next year here in Australia and New Zealand. The tickets went on pre-sale on Monday, and I know I hit the daughter up about going with me, just as a joke type of thing, like, oh, Pink's coming to Australia, do you want to go with me? And she was like, hell yeah. And that, so when the tickets went on pre-sale, she jumped on. It took her all day till about 5:30 to be able to secure us 2 tickets. So we are going to Pink next year. So super excited. She did get us tickets for the front general admission area, which is the little section right in front of the stage. So basically in the mosh pit. She did say to me, Mum, you do realise that you're going to be standing up all the way through the concert, and you're going to be shoved around a little bit. And I was like, honey, I was given elbows for a reason. and I can do a little bit of shoving back myself. I'm not scared to do that at all. So it's going to be pretty cool. We just got 12 months to wait to get there. But she was so funny because when she got the tickets, she sent me a message and she was like, "Yeah, we going, baby." And then she was like, "I'm downloading a countdown app straight away." So she's probably, she probably downloaded that app, and yeah, she's just as excited as I am. So then we're going to the one up on the Gold Coast. So that's only a 3-hour drive. We'll get a bit of accommodation and stuff up there, and yeah, super excited about that. I haven't stopped grinning since we got the tickets, and I can't help but tell everyone that we're going to Pink next year. So yeah, that was just a little bit exciting. All right, I might put in a couple of photos. I'll put in a couple of photos of some lorikeets. That's what they are, not rosellas, lorikeets, which is one of our native parrots here in Australia. They decided to use our clothesline as a perching station, an acrobat station, or whatever they decided to do. And then a couple came and sat on the veranda and just sat there, like, and I opened the back door and they were just like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing here?" And didn't even worry about me. So yeah, I'll put in a couple of pictures of them. I'll put in a couple of pictures of the sunrise one morning when I got up to go to work. And the sunrise, it was gorgeous sunrise, and then we hit 39 degrees Celsius for the day. A little bit hot that was. Lucky I was at work in the air conditioner for most of the day. And I will put in some photos of another national park. This one was Cascades National Park. It was absolutely gorgeous. Not a very long walk, but by the time we done the loop around, I think it was about a 6-kilometer walk. First half of the walk wasn't very exciting, but then you got down to the waterfall and everything, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So I will throw in some photos of that as well. But that is everything, guys. I will not continue to ramble on. So thank you once again for coming over and watching me and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, comment and like on my videos. It just helps me to get up in that algorithm in YouTube and get my videos out there a little bit more. If you want to ring the bell, that will give you a notification every time a new video is posted by me. So thank you once again. Thank you for all your lovely comments. I do try to comment back to everyone. I always heart them. If there's any questions, I will try to. If I don't answer them, I'm not being rude. I just want to answer them on a video, whether on an update or whether on a Stitch with me. But I will heart and just comment back. Maybe not with the answer, but I will comment back. So yeah, guys, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe and take care. I'll see you all next time. Bye.